Hello, fellow crafters. This is Carrie from Snip to It. Do you think the contour tool is just for hiding cut lines? Think again. Whether you want to create layered designs, customize SVGs, or even turn cut files into drawing projects, Contour can do way more than you think. In this video, I'll show you 6 clever ways to use it with real project examples to bring these tricks to life. Let's jump in. Creating multi-layer images is my favorite use of the Contour tool, and I use it all the time to create images using dingbat fonts, as I covered in my video about using the Offset tool. Once you master making multicolor images using Contour, you'll be able to use a massive number of different source images for your projects. As an example, I'm going to show you how I take this single layer image and turn it into this 4-color or 4-layer image using Contour. Starting with a single layer image, I'm going to make 3 duplicates, one for each of my other layers. I'm going to make this easier to follow by making each layer the color I want it to be. The original image is going to be my outline layer. Now with this you have 2 choices. You can either leave the image as an outline, or you can open the Contour window and select Hide All Contours, which will turn this into a solid base layer. I'm going to keep this shape as an outline. I'm going to start by selecting the layer I want to be the pink body fill. Opening the Contour window, I'm going to start by clicking Hide All Contours, which hides everything but the outline layer. Then I'm going to add back what I want to be part of the layer. First, I'm going to click each part of the image that I want to be pink. And I'm also going to add in the eyes, nose, and outline of the mouth so that the black outline of the first layer can show through the pink layer. The next layer will be the dark pink of the gills and the tongue, so I open the Contour window and hide all contours, but then click to show the cut lines for the gills and tongue. And I'm going to click to hide the outer cut line. For the last layer, I'm going to hide all contours except the blue eye highlights. Now I have my 4-layer image. I'm just going to add in a couple of white circles to highlight the eyes and I'm all done. Very cute. This is cardstock offset with those 4 layers of vinyl plus the 2 little eyes. Sometimes all you need to do is tweak a design to make it a perfect project. Lots of images have a sentiment already integrated, but what if you want to personalize it? First, I want to add our initials, me and Ian, to this frame instead of I love you. I open Contour, and I'm just going to remove the sentiment in the middle. Now the frame is ready to have our initials subtracted using the Combine Tool menu. So easy! In this next example, I'm going to show you how easy it is to customize this design without even knowing the font. I'm going to change Mom to Mum just by duplicating the image, contouring out the O in Mom, and in the duplicate, contouring out everything but one U. Now this phrase is modified without even having to match the font. In fact, you can even contour out the word completely if you'd like to change the style. Yeah. Perfect for a little Valentine. One of the best uses of the Offset tool is creating layers for underneath text or images for projects like cards and cake toppers, or if you need a background for stickers. This is one of the many ways that Offset and Contour really complement each other. If you want to create an offset around an image or text, chances are there will be holes in that offset. All you need to do is hide all the contours and you've got a solid layer. I changed the color scheme and I added back a couple of the holes, and it makes the perfect cake topper. One of the most popular ways to use pre-made images in Design Space is to edit and combine them to create a new design. For example, fancy text with lots of ligatures is super popular right now, but it can be tricky to master choosing and using fonts to create those text effects. Instead, you can use the fancy text that someone else has designed and edit it to combine with whatever images you like. Starting with my single layer images, I want to combine the word dream with this butterfly, so I'm going to remove parts of both images to combine them. I select Dream a Little Dream, and I'm going to hide all the cut lines except the word Dream at the top with some stars. Then, I'm going to position the butterfly image over that word, and I want to selectively remove any stars in the trail that overlap the text. I'm going to make this easier in two ways. First, I'm going to change the color of my butterfly image so I can see the stars that belong to that image clearly. And second, I'm going to position my images so that I can see the area of overlap when the contour window is open, and then I can see the results as I hide the cuts in real time. Once I have hidden all the cuts that I want, I'm going to select both images and use the Unite tool to combine them. You can also just attach. So I used this design I added in the book to make this book bag design in holographic rainbow. Contour is a great way to simplify complex images to make them easier to cut, especially if you want to use an image in a smaller size. This mandala has a lot of tiny holes around the edges, so I'm going to use Contour to hide all those little cut lines. You can increase the zoom in the Contour window to make it easier to see what you're doing. And voila! I have simplified my image with fewer tiny holes around the edge. Sometimes you find an image that you would really like to draw, foil, deboss, or engrave instead of just using as a cut file. You can use Contour to separate the artwork you want to draw from the base layer so that you can create a project with multiple line types. For this example, I'm going to make some bookmarks from single layer cut files where I want to cut the bases but draw or foil the artwork. First, I'm going to duplicate my image. Then I'm going to hide all contours on the first copy, just leaving the base cut. Next, I select the duplicate, and instead of hiding all the contours, I'm just going to hide the base cut, which is at the top of the list. This is going to be the drawn artwork layer. Next, all I have to do is change the operation type to draw instead of basic cut. I center and attach my two layers, and I'm ready to make my bookmark. If I want to create different colors for my drawing, all I have to do is use Contour the same way I would to make more layers of any image. I duplicate my drawing layer, then hide all the contours except the ones I want for each color. Each color gets its own duplicate layer. So these are just some examples of the different operation types you can mix. This I debossed and cut on foil cardstock. This one is drawn in glitter gel pen. And this one I debossed and cut again. I kept some of these as cuts and others as debossing lines. And that's 6 different ways to use the Contour tool. Who knew such a simple feature could do so much? Let me know in the comments which trick is your favorite, or do you have a go-to contour hack that I missed? If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more tips, and check out my other Design Space tutorials. Happy crafting until next time!